Is your past defining your future? Now, I know from experience that the past can be a massive part of your life that impacts on you for years to come. I get it, I understand it, I've been there myself. At the age of 15 up until the age of 32, I worked with counsellors, psychologists, trauma psychologists, around 9 different professionals to help me deal with, understand, and move forward with my life in a positive way and develop those tools and strategies and coping mechanisms that I needed to deal with what happened. For many years, I was really angry. I wore anger as armor. It was there to protect me. It was my form of control because I didn't have control of my life when I was younger. But the problem with anger is that it's only a mask covering up what you're truly feeling, which is often sad, hurt, betrayed. Like, these are really powerful emotions and vulnerable emotions. And as a man, I was always taught and believed that showing anything other than anger and being vulnerable was weak. And there's no way in hell I was going to show any weakness, because that would have got me into a lot of trouble. And also, I would have not respected myself very much. If I used anger as a mask to protect myself and have some form of control, not really ever dealing with the root cause of the issues. And I remember having this epiphany one day. I was literally driving home from a job, thinking to myself, why am I like this? Why am I so angry at the world? Why am I stuffing my life up, losing jobs, can't have a relationship, unhappy with myself, wanting to commit suicide? Those kind of thoughts rolling through my head over and over and over again. And it was literally like a slap in the face. This epiphany hit me, and I was driving home, and all of a sudden I realized that it's me. It's me that's doing this, because the people or the person that hurt me is not even in my life anymore. They have no control, no power over me. Yet I am allowing those things that had happened in the past to still define and dictate my future. Now, at the time, I didn't have all the tools and the strategies I needed to be able to move forward as well as I wanted to, but that epiphany really set me off to start the process of doing it again. When I was younger, I didn't really value counselling or psychology because I didn't get it. I was too young and my brain was just complete mush. But now that I was a bit older and had some life experience, I can understand that actually I needed some help here. I don't know everything. You don't know what you don't know, right? So I started going back to counselling, back to psychologists, and I got in touch with a trauma psychologist, and they helped me develop a lot more tools and strategies to help deal with and regulate my emotions. Because a lot of my emotions were non-existent. It was really just flatline or anger. Psychologists and the trauma psychologists were really helpful with helping me develop those tools and strategies to navigate my future. But just like antidepressants, a psychologist, a counsellor is not there to save you. You need to move forward with your life in a positive way at some point in time. Get the tools and the strategies that you need. Use the antidepressants, use the psychologists, the counsellors to help give you that resource, that time that you need to be able to process and get the skills. But once you've got it, you then need to make a decision. Draw that line in the sand. The past is the past. Now, while it sucks, and I get it, and I hate that you've gone through that, and I'm sorry that you've gone through that, it's still your past. Do not let your past define your future, because if you do, you're giving the power back to the people that hurt you. If you can't do it for you right now, do it to say F you to them, okay? And that's what I did at the start, because I didn't value myself at all. I hated myself. I just didn't think I was worth anything. So instead of doing it for me, I did it to say F you to the people that hurt me. And that gave me the fire, the fuel I needed to move forward with my life in a positive way. I was going to show these people that I was better than them, that I wasn't what they said I was, or that I wasn't that loser. But it was a line in the sand that needed to be drawn. It doesn't mean it's okay what's happened to you. It just means you need to move forward. Because guess what? That person, the people that hurt you, your family, whatever it was, they're probably not in your life anymore, and they're probably out living a life with no cares or concerns for you at all, or what they've done, and you're still stuck with that rain cloud hanging over you day after day. Why? Why are you letting them win? Why are you letting that past still dictate your future choices and decisions and your value that you place on yourself and the people around you? It is only hurting you. Why ruminating on the past doesn't help? Clinical research makes it clear. Ruminating, replaying the past events over and over, actually worsens mental health. Studies have shown that it hijacks your thinking, it narrows your mindset, and impairs your problem-solving skills, and deeply affects your anxiety levels and depression. It even triggers psychological stress, increased heart rate, blood pressure, cortisol, harming yourself and maybe others around you. Well, taking therapy is super important. I would highly recommend people to do that if you need to. It's also not helpful to endlessly ruminate around the past without any able strategies. And research confirms this. Unless the counsellor is using cognitive behavioural technique, mindfulness, or mindfulness-based interventions, metacognitive therapy, and expressive writing help people notice and redirect ruminative cycles, reducing symptoms and improving emotional control. Abigail Shrier, who appeared on Joe Rogan podcast, wrote about rumination can be the form of... You need to draw that line in the sand. Choose to step forward. If you don't have much self-worth right now, do it to spite him. Hey, look, it's not the best strategy, I know, but it's a strategy nonetheless. Do it until you can do it for yourself. Focus on building positivity, not trying to impress everyone. And what will happen is that eventually something will shift. You'll stop doing it to spite someone and you'll start doing it for you. You'll stop ruminating around the past and start living for your future. I used to believe that I'd never be proud of myself and never amount to anything. But I can quite confidently say I'm super proud of where I am right now. I'm super proud of my wife and my kids. I've achieved more in my life than I ever thought I ever would. I didn't even think I'd be alive 20 years ago. So there you go, I'm already winning. So what I'm saying is no matter how dark and down in the dumps your life might feel right now, it doesn't have to last, and it won't last forever. But you do have to make the step. You do have to leave that past behind and start moving forward in your own positive way. We know that we can train our brains to be negative if we always focus on the negative. But we can also train our brains to always focus on the positive. One thing you can do is always look for silver linings, no matter how small they are, no matter how much crap is going on. Focus on the things that are positive. You'll start seeing more positive things. And when you see more positive things, you become more motivated and inspired to achieve more for your life and around you. Focusing on the negative is never going to help you. Learn from a mistake and then move forward in a positive way. It's an opportunity to learn. That's all it is. What you can say, look, silver lining is, I know I'm never going to behave like that with my kids. It's a silver lining. It's a positive outcome. If that's all it is, then that's all it is. So I would highly recommend for anyone who's struggling right now to reach out, to get in touch with people that can help you and develop tools and strategies to move forward with your positive way. But also, don't ruminate on everything all the time. Don't let your past define your future. You're bigger than that. Bigger than that pain. And draw the line, step forward, live for you, live for your family. Even a messy start can lead to something extraordinary. Be proud, be courageous, move forward with purpose and power and authenticity. Stay true to your values and your morals and don't compromise for them.